Here we have a classic American burger in the classic American burger bar. Join me, I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from, and let's eat some burgers. So, when I came to the West Coast, you know, I like hanging out in cities, but when I imagine America outside of the cities, this is what I imagine with this music in an ambience like this. So join me for a burger in Seattle, in the middle of nowhere, Seattle. I have no idea where I'm at. I did a super long walk that was a very long trail that had no end, and luckily it ended at a good burger place, or apparently a good burger place. So let's try a good burger here in the middle of nowhere, Seattle. Let me show you where I'm at. So there's a nice windmill painting, nice. It's called the Red Mill. This is the burger. And that's the selection of burger. They have chicken burgers, they have regular burgers, they have some burgers with blue cheese, barbecue burgers, shakes as well. And the entire place looks like old school Americana right here. If you ever imagine what America looks like, this is it. And here is the spread. A gigantic burger, some water. It's kind of bad water, purified water. Ugh. Not the best water. We have some lemonade, fries, and a good old burger. Irene says, hope you find the burger fantastic. This is not the best water. It's, you might as well drink it from tap. When it comes to purified waters, these are not good waters. It's better to drink it from tap, so now I kind of regret buying this. But they do have water, tap water as well. Lemonade. I could use a little bit of lemonade right now. Let's drink some lemonade. You gotta make sure. Joe says you earned that meal. Indeed I did, yeah. Susan says, agree on the water. Yeah, so don't buy purified water. It's basically highly processed tap water. When you see the word purified here on the side, no matter how many things it says on the logo, no matter how much electrolytes it has, no matter how alkaline it is, it's tap water. So you're wasting your money with this water. I just wasted my money on this water. But if you see spring water or artesian water or rainwater, you're buying like actual water from a source. That's nice. The lemonade. Oh, I needed the good lemonade. Oh, nice. Some fries. Ariel sent 1,000 stars before you end the live stream. Thank you so much, Ariel, my executive producer. Tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the stars. Oh, that was a good fry. What sauce am I having fries? No sauce on the fries. I don't feel like putting sugar on my fries. I would love to have some mayonnaise, but they don't have mayonnaise here. Look at this burger. Double bacon burger. Classic burger bread. Susie, thank you so much for the stars. It was Susie that sent the stars. Thank you so much for the stars, Susie. No cheese, no. They have cheese here. They have blue cheese and American cheese, but no cheese on my burger. Oh, that hits the spot. Good classic American burger. Very. Oh. Oh yeah. Exactly what I need after a long walk to nowhere. The signal keeps bringing up, no. This is America. Right here. Right here. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. This is why this country is great. The bacon is perfectly crispy. Very well done bacon. Burger's well done as well. Well done in the way that tastes good, and also well done because it's burnt. Not too burnt, but it is well done. Like the soft classic sesame burger bun. This is a classic burger. This is what McDonald's used to be back in the original days. This is what Burger King used to be until it became just processed mystery meat. Crispy lettuce, onion, tomato, with a little bit of dressing. Oh, wow. The lettuce looks fresh. Yeah, the lettuce looks fresh. This is a well done burger. Nothing beats some good fries. So, we found the promised land, ladies and gentlemen. It was a worthy walk after all. It has mayo in it? No, it has like some type of dressing. Maybe the Thousand Islands. Just a little bit of dressing on it. Damn, Ariel almost ate my iPhone, says Joe. Yeah. Oh, these fries are good. Oh my god. They appear to be fresh cut. Is it charred boiled? Says Rick. It tastes that way. This definitely tastes like if Burger King was done fresh. It has more of a Burger King taste than the McDonald's taste to it. In terms of like if you've been in the US and tried both burger places, you know they have their distinct taste. This one is more akin to Burger King. Not in terms of quality, because this is better quality. Definitely. But in terms of the kind of the flame broiled taste to it. Has a little bit more of a grilled taste. Joe says, how much was the meal? $22 and like 15 cents. The water was a waste, so as I mentioned, don't get purified water. Not worth it. Just get tap water if it's that type of water. So yeah, $22. The burger itself is about $11.50. The lemonade $3.79. And the fries about $4. Andy says, now you need a milkshake. No, I can't do a milkshake. That's too much milk for me. Lynn says, just take back the water. They'll take it back.
It's so interesting because
so feel free to ask me anything that you would like about Seattle as I indulge on this burger. This is synonymous, as I mentioned, with American food. McDonald's took over the world. We're in North Queen Anne, says Matt. Oh, cool.
So, yeah, so it's like right in the Midwest. It's borderline Michigan, so like an hour away from Detroit, like 4.5 hours from Chicago. Yeah, it was like right in the middle.
The dressing that they put on here doesn't remind me of McDonald's Big Mac as well.
Yeah,
Ah, we got some Lord. Nirvana says, will you ever move out of New York City? Yeah, I think the cities I would consider moving to for a period of time would be London, Paris, Rome. How far back to your lodging? Luckily, there appears to be a bus, so that bus should take maybe 40 minutes to an hour. Probably shouldn't be that long, unless if it's a local bus.
Whenever I was going anywhere for meetings, it was like, God, what do you do? You know, and I was much like that. And so now it just feels like.
Wendy says, going to Edmonds or Golden Garden? Maybe. No beer? No. Burgers and soft drinks. It's not a full restaurant. It's just I meant to say burger bar in the beginning, but it's just a burger diner, burger place. That's it.
But otherwise, I just feel like, why not? You know?
How far is it to get to your lodging? Yeah, as I mentioned, I think it should only be about 40 minutes to an hour maximum.
I was like, ready to try to I felt like
This walk should have been nothing compared to walking New York all the time, says Carol. Yeah, I mean, it was only tiring. Because A, I was thirsty, and then B, because there was not much to see. So yes, in New York or Rome or London or Paris, this is a portion of a walk I would do on a daily basis. But those cities, you have a lot more stuff to see, so it's more entertaining. So you kind of lose track of time and you don't feel as tired. But I've noticed if you walk in places where there's not much to see, you kind of get tired out. Let me know if you feel the same. Carolyn says the bus is express. It will take you to downtown. Cool. Thank you. So it's express, so it won't be too long to get there.
And I was looking at because I work from home, it's not like I needed to. I need to find
Poco says, when did you post the Kerry Park videos? So the Kerry Park Kerry Park photos. I should have done a TikTok. I did do a TikTok. Oh my god, I gotta post it. I did do a TikTok. Stay tuned. On Facebook and TikTok. Facebook, Ariel Vieira. I'm gonna post it up. Sorry. Facebook is Urbanist Live. And TikTok is Ariel Vieira. Follow me there for that short video of Kerry Park. It's one of the best views of Seattle. I posted that on Instagram and on Facebook, both Urbanist Live, a few days ago. So go to Urbanist Live on Instagram or on Facebook to see those photos from one of the best views of Seattle. We're right now behind the hill of that famous park.
That would be ideal,
Did you enjoy the visit to the roastery? I did, Lori. The roastery was beautiful and surprisingly good quality food. And the drinks were good as well. So it was beautiful. I do recommend going to the Starbucks roastery. It's always a fun time.
It's bad. It's mild here. Yeah. It's like -5 degrees, -2 degrees, and I'm like.
I don't love that for you.
Yeah. So what about this place?
Janice says Seattle's much younger than your ideal city.
And finally,
It's not so much, Janice, yes. Seattle's a young city. Started only in the 1860s, 1870s, 1880s. 1880s is where it really started.
That's where my problem lies, Yeah.
Not so much the age, it's more the urban
So I
planning.
was like, okay, well, what are my options?
So, while I haven't shown too many new cities, aside from now Seattle, I can't wait to go to Singapore and Hong Kong. Hong Kong is only, 200 years old? 300 years old?
They have
It's younger than New York.
thing where
And it's one of the more bigger cities in the world, very dense city. And then you have Singapore. Singapore is very new as well. It's almost the same age as Seattle, maybe even younger than Seattle. and that lots of action happening. So it's more urban design than it is the age of a city that denotes things to do. So Seattle's a bit sleepy due to its urban design, the fact that a lot of the companies that are the big employers here have a work from home policy, and also due to suburbanization. And that's why you have that kind of quieter feeling for such a major city. 4 million people live in this metropolitan area of Seattle. That's huge for a city. But it feels quieter because of those reasons. And also the COVID measures as well have an impact.
For like a week and a half or something, so I think that's what I'm planning on, like getting all the, things that are, some of the stuff even translated, so, once I do that, then apply and hopefully it gets approved, and, it's on next,
The name of the place is Red Mill Burger.
so, and then I think after
Lori says, don't those cities prohibit live streamers? I think Hong Kong will be the one that's tricky anytime soon. China seems like it's closing down, which is kind of serious.
so it was just so interesting, like to actually like say.
Yeah, so Hong Kong will be tough, but Singapore, I don't think so. I don't think Singapore will be tough.
It was very much like.
Singapore, I'm not sure if there's live streamers, but there's definitely a lot of people who make vlogs.
And actually think it is. It's just so different.
Tin says, watching you eat is making me happy. I'm so glad it is. Look at this puddle of grease right here. Let me show it to you. Look at this puddle of grease. Look at that. Isn't it so beautiful? The greasy packaging. Andy says you should walk the Great Wall whenever.
I'm really thankful that.
Excuse me. Whenever China opens up and there's no firewall as well, and yeah, I'll consider going. I would love to go. Robert says, since you're from New York, you should go to Serious Pie. I'm tempted. Yeah, Serious Pie. I heard it has good reviews. I'm tempted. So Serious Pie is a famous pizza restaurant here. Alex says I can walk to Rooftop Brewing from here. Oh, cool. There's a microbrewery here. That's awesome.
It's just so incredible. I was like blown away. I can pay attention to it. I know. Really. So
Wendy and Carol, second Serious Pie. Okay. Thank you. So I have one more weekend in this area, Pacific Northwest, and then I'll be off to a different city. I'm not going to dish out what city there is, but I will be giving you some hints as to where I'm going throughout this weekend. The second city. So stay tuned. I'll be outside of PMW. I'll be somewhere else in the U.S. Have you been to San Diego, Justine? Justine, San Diego does look cool, yeah. It does look cool. I'm not sure, it's not really walkable, but there seems to be interesting parts in San Diego. Fiami says, do you ever rewatch your live streams? Sometimes I do, yes. Sometimes.
Then leave for 3 months,
Barris got it. I just flipped my water. Barris got it. He says, I'm going to El Segundo, California. Barris, goddammit, how did you know? I'm going to El Segundo in California. Who knows? It might be Lincoln, Nebraska after all. You should take a day trip to Olympia, says Chris. Oh, look into Olympia. How does one get there to Olympia? How's the burger? The burger is amazing. Really great burger. This is like what a classic American burger should be like. Like if you want to experience, as I mentioned, McDonald's or Burger King before they kind of lost their way, come to Red Mill Burger here in Seattle. It might be out of the way, so if you just happen to be here, then maybe come here. It's not a destination, I would say, per se. But if you happen to be in the area, come to Red Mill. 2 buses to Olympia. Last bus is free. Okay, thank you so much. So feel free to ask me any questions about Seattle. You'll take the you can take the Amtrak to Olympia, says Chris. Okay. Sally says Olympia is totally boring. There's nothing to do there. Seattle, Washington is interesting. It's interesting coming to this area of the U.S. because people, of course, are proud of their state, of their cities, but not to the level of pride of. I'm not sure what's the right word, but not to the level of pride that you see in Europe. So I don't see that many people saying. What I've noticed is that not that many people are like crazy excited that a tourist, is coming here to Seattle. Some people are, of course, individuals are, but I mean like in general. And then there's not that many people saying, "Oh, Seattle, we're like this, we're like that." There's not that much kind of like there's that kind of deep-seated like I am a Seattleite or I am a Washingtonian, as you see in Europe. Like people saying like I'm a hardcore, I am a English, I am Scottish, I am French, I am a Roman. Let me know if you know what I mean. It's a bit hard to describe. It's not a bad thing. It's just it's interesting that I don't see that kind of fervor for the people who live here. New York, you see that. Yeah, New York, you see that. You see that in Texas, I think. I haven't been to Texas yet, but I'm under the impression that is the case in Texas. I don't think that's a LA thing. So some places in the US, they don't have that kind of fervor of being from where they are. So Dolores says, yeah, not like in Brooklyn, Bronx, or Queens. Susie says, I'm a proud New Yorker, proud Brooklynite, and Puerto Rican pride too. Tin Man says, my passport arrived. Where should I go to Europe? My recommendation is Ireland if you have the budget for it. Ireland is going to be the most expensive area in in Europe. Outside of UK and Ireland are very expensive. But if you have the budget, go to those countries. Ireland, you can potentially do it on a budget. You just gotta stay at hostels. But it's amazing. Ireland, there's no stereotypical place. It's not like you're going to the Eiffel Tower, not going to Vatican City and the Pantheon or the Parthenon in Greece, or in England, you're going to London, you're going to the Tower Bridge. There's no like stereotype in Ireland. But by God, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been. As I mentioned, both the people and the actual places, the scenery, gorgeous. But if you want to go to a place that is a little bit easier on the budget, but is also gorgeous, Rome. Rome is not that expensive. And you see one of the most majestic cities in the world. Caitlin says, I'm a proud East Coaster here, but I live in Seattle. I lived in Seattle. Lynn says, I'm sure he wanted beer, but they only sell soft drinks. Yeah, I would have drank a beer at this point, but they only have soft drinks and lemonade. But the lemonade is good. It's a good lemonade. Tin Man says Rome was awesome. Yeah, Rome is it's impeccable. It's one of the best cities in the world. Michael says Rome is awesome to walk in. Just to be committed, just have to be committed to cross the street. That's more Naples, yeah, but yeah, Rome as well. I have to say, if any of Seattle interests anyone watching, please go to Seattle and experience it for yourself. To Scott, yeah, Seattle is interesting. I would say after spending a week here, as a tourist, you can get the gist of Seattle in a weekend. So if you're here for like 3-4 days, I think you get to see most of Seattle. I think now that I've been here a week, I feel like I'm here a bit too long from a traveler tourist perspective. I'm not talking about living here. I'm not talking about kind of just enjoying here or visiting family. If I had family here, visiting family or friends. Not that. But as a tourist, I think I already passed the time that I needed to be here. And that's not a bad thing, I would say. But Seattle is interesting, I would say. It's a very interesting city. I think if you are traveling across America and want to get a unique taste of a part of America that is not so often covered stereotypically, like New York is, like Texas is, like LA is, come to Seattle. Robert says there's nothing much to see in Seattle. There's not that much to see. It is still an interesting city. So I decided to stick to Seattle for this weekend. So I'm gonna figure out what to do. So I think this is going to be interesting for everyone tuning in. For everyone tuning in right now, you're going to see me try to find more places that you're gonna see me try to push the limit of what can one do in Seattle, like we did today. You know, we're gonna have adventures that really are not like in the main guidebooks lists, because I think we pretty much exhausted that, with the exception of maybe exploring a little bit more Pioneer Square. I think is the only last place that we need to do as tourists. Otherwise than that, you're gonna see me try to see what else to find in here. And Ford, thank you so much for tuning in. Susan, nice to see you here. Barris says Edmonds is the home of Rick Steves. Yes, I might consider Edmonds. Alex says the UW campus, the U District. Yeah, I might consider that as well. Glad you're out of danger, says Yogi. Yeah. Again, so sad what's happening in New York. And it pisses me off, to be honest. It pisses me off that we're letting New York come to that point. This is not something that should happen. It's something that should be prevented at all costs. So people don't know, there was a massive shooting and explosions in New York City. It's very sad. In the subway. It's very sad. Being a New Yorker, it's a gorgeous city. It's one of the top cities in the world. But due to policies, due to negligence, we're losing sight of what needs to be done in New York City. How we can take care of it. We're letting it. New York is being neglected, That's no good. A lot of America is being neglected. It's no good. And someone said bad things happen anywhere. They do. But unfortunately, in New York, they're happening more frequently, which is a more lack of things being done. Seattle's anti-military. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Seattle's kind of a hotbed for civil disobedience. For kind of it's a hot. I don't want to use the word revolution because it's a very strong word, but it does feel like let me know if there's a better word that's a little bit lesser than revolution. But Seattle is like one of those places that's kind of a hotbed for that type of mass civil disobedience, mass anger mixed with need to change. 1999, the biggest civil disobedience in U.S. history happened here in 1999 in Seattle. Bigger than what happened during the civil rights movement, bigger than happened in the draft riots. But massive civil disobedience happened in 1999. Your Ireland videos, everyone is civil and looks safe. Yeah, Ireland is a place you feel pretty safe in. Chris says UW campus is beautiful. It's nicer than Columbia. Okay, cool. I'll look into it. Janice says we question authority here. Yeah, I get that vibe here in Seattle. Gail says I think of grunge when we're in Seattle. Yep. Subversive. That's a good term. Thank you so much for the brush. That's a little bit better than revolutionary, because revolutionary is a very strong word. But subversive, yeah, it's a very subversive. It's a hotbed for subversion. Don't let your food get cold, says Joe. I'm almost done.
I agree. I think that's like my favorite
Yeah, because I mean, I'm just thinking about the stories that you shared around meeting them through that.
To me, Seattle is very interesting as a student of history. Because you see that there's certain cities in the world where, as I mentioned, revolution can spring up from, or mass civil disobedience, or riots, or a very big break from the social norm can happen. Not that it's a good thing. It could be a very bad thing. It could be a good thing. Violence is never the answer, of course. But Seattle strikes me as a city that is like that. It's like a Paris. It's like a New York. It's like what's another good example? There's a few other cities that are just like that. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Cities that are kind of like a hotbed for explosive anti-government or anti-establishment activity.
But of course, like now the last few years, I feel like, of course, like those mentioned so bad. I mean, at one point, even like our IRL people became online.
Tim Man says, questions the status quo, right? Berkeley, California, I think is a good example. That's another one. George says, I hope you walk back. No. Definitely taking the bus. Boston. I don't think LA or SF are quite like that because they're not dense enough. They don't quite have the kind of the right parameters for something happening. 'Cause LA is too sparse, you know. You don't see revolutions happening in suburbs. But Carol says SF in Berkeley back in the day, yeah. Has that vibe here in Seattle. Latif says, what can be done to help New York City? Unfortunately, New York City, a lot of the people who are out in the subways causing an issue. There should not be people hanging and sleeping in the subways. Subway is a transportation system. It should be treated as private property, which I think it is in the legal context. It's public-private property, so technically someone can be kicked out for loitering. There is no reason why we need to allow people to sleep in the subway. The subway is not a homeless shelter. Simple like that. The law is the law. I mean, of course, we need to care for our fellow humans. We need to help people in need. But the subway is not a homeless shelter. That's it. Like, people should not be loitering in those places. And unfortunately, that said, also the people who are in New York that have caused crimes tend to be repeat offenders because the law has been very lenient to people who commit offenses. So unfortunately, the people who have end up committing grave crimes have committed them before or something similar or something lighter before. Which is very worrying because some of these people have committed some grave assaults and batteries and somehow only get out very quickly. So that's the other thing. Scott says, I hope I have not offended, but I just love Seattle. I wish we could experience the full PMW. Oh yeah. So, thank you, Scott. No, yeah, PMW is a very fascinating place. I do enjoy it. I did. Check out the Pike Place Market broadcast, Angel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pike Place Market, it'll be towards the middle of the video. And then there's also a short video, a brief one, on Facebook, Urbanist Live, or on my TikTok, Ariel Vieira. Alright, a little bit of lettuce stuck in my teeth. Have you gone to the islands off the Puget Sound? Only Bainbridge thus far. None of the other ones. So go to Olga Island, says Olga. Olga, there's an island named after your honor? That's cool. Okay, everyone, I gotta catch the bus soon. So let me know if you have any last questions. I hope I didn't get stained. A little bit of grease fell on my sweater, but I don't think it's noticeable. Let me know what you recommend to put on a grease stain. What should I do for a grease stain? Sparkling water? So I'm gonna stick for 5 more minutes. Feel free to ask me anything. Let me know, can anyone check out the bus schedule? Let me know when's the next bus on the D line towards downtown. Let me know. No dessert? No. Oh, I do have dessert. Well, I have breakfast, kind of, for tomorrow. But I featured this on my live video. I mean, not live video, on my short video on Facebook and TikTok. I got some squash bread. Beautiful squash bread, which is basically banana bread. Tastes the same. But I'm too full right now to eat. 9 minutes to the next bus. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. This was an awesome adventure. I appreciate all the Seattleites tuning in and giving me directions, giving me guidance. Also the Googlers like Matt giving me the guidance. I'll see you Thursday through this Sunday here in this, still in this area of Seattle. Who knows where we'll be. We'll find things to do. We'll see what can we do here. I'm gonna stick with the city as I originally planned. And I'll be off to a different city. This city is very history. Lots of history in this one. This next one, unlike Seattle, which doesn't have too much history, the next one will have deep history. So stay tuned. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy these live videos. Keep being awesome, and always keep on exploring from the Red Mill burgers. Highly recommend them. Keep being awesome. Bye bye.